think advice is becoming more and more important because there's a lot of information. So it used to be 30 years ago, if you had information on how to trade a stock or something like that, you had what people needed. And now there's so much information, we actually need to help people disseminate and work their way through it. I also think that all of our financial lives are completely intertwined. And so to just talk about investments or to just talk about an estate plan really shorts someone of their entire financial picture. So one of the things that we have started this year is just something we're calling our discovery program. We want 90% of our clients to have been discovered by the end of 2022. And what that means is that we have documented goals and objectives for each of them. We understand what their plans are. And then from there, we'll move into really doing some of that financial planning. But it's not enough anymore just to focus on one area. I think people need advice, and I think that's what they value in an otherwise sort of commoditized industry. And if you think about it, people save money for a goal. They're trying to accomplish something. And if you're not understanding the goals, I don't really see how you properly advise on what someone should do. And so, it's not a hard thing. Sometimes we hesitate to ask these questions, but it's actually what all of our clients want from us. Planning to me is taking every aspect of someone's life, understanding their cash flow, where money comes in, where it's going, prioritizing their goals, and then making sure that you're helping make trade-off decisions. Do you have insurance? What if something happens to you? As you move through, is your estate plan getting more sophisticated along with your life? That's planning, and I really encourage advisors, just because you have a strong suit in one area, don't make that a plan. A plan is where you step back and help somebody with all of those aspects and then bring in specialists as needed. We do a lot of training with our advisors. So what we have found is sometimes it's not that the skill isn't there, but they're very hesitant. And it's, what if I bring up an estate plan and someone asks me something I don't know? And what we're trying to really encourage them is the benefit of a banking organization is that you have a lot of other partners. So you have people to ask. All you say to a client is, that's outside of my area of expertise, but I do have someone who can answer that question. So I think that's what we're really trying, is to teach people how to have the conversation, and then how to also pivot if they end up with something that they're not comfortable with, just to bring in the right people. No one expects you to know everything. They just appreciate that you can bring the right people in. But growth in a way that stays very aligned with our core values, that it is planning centric, that it is an advisory, and that we are creating lifelong relationships with our clients, with their children and beyond. So it is growth, but it's growth in a disciplined way that we can be really proud of, and that creates long-term growth, not just what happens next year. So I think our biggest challenges are really finding good quality advisors. We are heavily advisory. So most of our investment management is advisory. We want you to be planning focused and advice focused. So we're very particular about who we bring in. And I think that's a challenge, finding qualified people. I think in the industry, we need to start growing people who are advice centric rather than sales centric. So I think that's probably our biggest challenge. Our biggest opportunity is working in an organization that has so many very, very loyal clients, people that we help them grow their business. We made some of their first loans. They trust the organization, and you get a lot of lift off of the trust that others have built with those clients. So for us, our opportunity is getting enough of the right people, making sure that we are well known throughout the bank, and that we're getting in front of the right clients at the right time to make sure we can help them. What I think I'm most excited about is in our own organization, we finally have a lot of traction. When the pandemic hit, we helped our clients through it. We stayed calm. We helped them stay invested. And I think that really lifted our profile in our own organization, because we did what we've always said we would do. We've had so many good years in the markets, and this is where you really had to deliver. So what I'm most excited about is we just have great traction, and you're just seeing a lot of transfer of wealth. And I think we're just really well positioned to take advantage of it. So it's exciting to grow. It's exciting to be on a winning team. I think everyone sort of likes that. One of the things I did right up front is all of my leaders have the same goals. And what that means is if one of their divisions succeeds, but we don't all succeed, no one does. And that way we took away a lot of the maybe infighting that could happen in an organization, that we all rise and fall together. And then from there, being really deliberate about having all of them have one-on-ones and sharing goals. So we do not fight about which platform something goes on or whether a planner comes in. The other thing we've done is our advisors are allowed to work across our entire organization. So again, they don't have a disincentive to bring a partner in. If we have a certain client at a certain level, an advisor stays on that as long as they bring a portfolio management investment specialist, as long as they bring an advanced planner, they stay on the relationship. We think that helps develop them to work with larger clients, but it also ensures that we are doing the right thing. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes bank programs make is you can work up to this level, but then, if it's beyond it, we'll go ahead and take it. And I don't think you develop anyone that way. We can do all of the training in the world. The best training is sitting in a meeting and watching someone with more experience than you or more expertise than you handle a situation. So our way we develop is really through junior programs with more senior advisors, letting them learn from an advisor that way, but also allowing you, even with a very large client, to stay on in a relationship management capacity and participate with people who are very seasoned planners, very seasoned portfolio managers, very seasoned trust officers, but have a seat at the table. And then the commitment back is these seasoned people are also there to ensure that we're developing the advisor. So it's really on the ground, and they get excited because they learn that clients change and get more complex, but it's the same playbook, and they're less panicked as they see a bigger client come through their door. But I really think no matter how much you train, you will never upskill someone if you're not giving them like the real world experience. What we're really proud of is our advisors become very successful very quickly. And we don't have many that don't make it. And I think it is because we're making that investment in them and people know that. And we also have a really nice younger advisor base. So to me, it's something that I think we can grow over time and really continue to work with our clients. I think the biggest thing from an advice standpoint is our industry is ever changing. And I think it's changing quickly. I think you have to be very courageous in saying, let's look toward the future and trying to get people to come along with you, but also not being so afraid to stay in an old sort of paradigm. We know regulation changes, products change, access change. And I think if you build a program that is based on advice and relationships, fees, pricing are a non-issue. And that's probably one of the things I hear the most is everyone terrified about fee compression. We're not seeing it, but it's because I think we're actually doing things well beyond what people perceive as like an asset management fee. And don't chase trends. If we have clients who want certain unique investments, we do not hesitate to say, that's not us. We help you plan, we help you invest. And I think that it's okay to not be everything to everyone, not be willing to do everything for everyone. Know who you are, know who your organization is, know who your core customer is, and then make sure that everything you do is in line with that value system, and you will be successful. And it doesn't mean you're everything to everyone. Someone might go somewhere else. And I just think it's okay to say that's okay.